Mantras of our Divine Mother. Our Divine Mother says there are two complementary aspects of the liberating action of the divine grace upon earth among men. These two aspects are equally indispensable but are not equally appreciated. The sovereign, immutable peace that liberates from anxiety, tension, and suffering. The dynamic, all powerful progress that liberates from fetters, bondages, and inertia. The peace is universally appreciated and recognized as divine, but the progress is welcomed only by those whose aspiration is intense and courageous. With love and blessings, says our Divine Mother. Words. Words of our Divine Mother from the book The Supreme Discovery. First chapter, Discover the Divine. Subtopic, Traveling the Path Alone. Our Divine Mother says the goal is known to some extent, for most of those who have reached it have described it more or less clearly. But the supreme value of the discovery lies in its spontaneity, its ingenuousness, and that escapes all ordinary mental laws. And that is why anyone wanting to take up the adventure usually first seeks out some person who has successfully undertaken it and is capable to sustain him and enlighten him on his way. Yet there are some solitary travels, and for them, yet there are some solitary travelers, and for them, a few general indications may be useful. Our Divine Mother says the starting point is to seek in yourself that which is independent of the body and the circumstance of life, which is not born of the mental formation that you have been given, the language you speak, the habits and customs of the environment in which you live, the country where you're born, or the age to which you belong. You must find in the depths of your being, you must find in the depths of your being that which carries in it a sense of universality, limitless expansion, unbroken continuity. Then you decentralize, extend, and widen yourself. You begin to live in all things and in all beings. The barriers separating individuals from each other break down. You think in their thoughts, vibrate in their sensations, feel in their feelings, live in the life of all. What seemed inert suddenly becomes full of life. Stones quicken, plants feel and will and suffer. Animals speak in a language more or less inarticulate but clear and expressive. Everything is animated by a marvelous consciousness without time or limit. And this is only one aspect of the psychic realization. There are others, many others. All help you to go beyond the barriers of your own egoism, the walls of your external personality. All help you to go beyond the barriers of your egoism, the walls of your external personality, the impotence of your reactions, and the incapacity of your will. But as I have already said, the path to this realization is long and difficult, strewn with snares and problems to be solved, which demand an unfailing determination. A Divine Mother says, but as I've already said, the path to that realization is long and difficult, strewn with snares and problems to be solved, which demand an unfailing determination. It is like the explorer's trek through virgin forests in quest of an unknown land, of some great discovery. The psychic being is also a great discovery which requires at least as much fortitude and endurance as the discovery of new continents. A simple few words of advice may be useful to one who has resolved to undertake it. The first and perhaps the most important point is that the mind is incapable of judging spiritual things. The mind is incapable of judging spiritual things. All those who have written on that subject have said so, but very few are those who have put it into practice. And yet, in order to proceed on the path, it is absolutely indispensable to abstain from all mental opinion and reaction. Our Divine Mother says, give up all personal seeking for comfort, satisfaction, enjoyment, or happiness. Be only a burning fire for progress. Take whatever comes to you as an aid to your progress and immediately make whatever progress is required. Try to take pleasure in all you do, but never do anything for the sake of pleasure. Never get excited, nervous, or agitated. Remain perfectly calm in the face of all circumstances, and yet be always alert to discover what progress you have still to make and lose no time in making it. Never take physical happenings at their face value. They are always a clumsy attempt to express something else, the true thing which escapes our superficial understanding. Never complain of the behavior of anyone unless you have the power to change in his nature what makes him act in this way, and if you have the power, change him instead of complaining. Our Divine Mother says, whatever you do, never forget the goal which you have set before you. There is nothing great or small once you have set out on this great discovery. All things are equally important and can either hasten or delay its success. Thus, before you eat, concentrate a few seconds in the aspiration that the food that you are about to eat may bring your body the substance it needs to serve as a solid basis for your effort towards the great discovery and give it the energy for persistence and perseverance in the effort. Our Divine Mother says, before you go to sleep, concentrate a few seconds in the aspiration that the sleep may restore your fatigued nerves, bring calm and quietness to your brain, so that on waking you may, with renewed vigor, begin again your journey on the path of the great discovery. Before you act, concentrate in the will that your action may help or at least in no way hinder your march towards the great discovery. When you speak, before the words come out of your mouth, concentrate just long enough to check your words and allow only those that are absolutely necessary to pass, only those that are not in any way harmful to your progress on the path of the great discovery. Our Divine Mother says, to sum up, never forget the purpose and goal of your life. The will for the great discovery should be always there above you, above what you do and what you are, like a huge bird of light dominating all the moments of your being. Before the untiring persistence of your effort, an inner door will suddenly open and you will emerge into a dazzling splendor that will bring you the certitude of immortality, the concrete experience that you have always lived and always shall live, that external forms alone perish, and that these forms are in relation to what you are in reality, like clothes that are thrown away when worn out. Then you stand erect, freed from all chains, and instead of advancing laboriously under the weight of circumstance imposed upon you by nature, which you had to endure and bear, if you did not want to be crushed by them, you will be able to walk on straight and firm, conscious of your destiny, master of your life, says our Divine Mother.